Hello, I welcome you all to this wonderful lesson, and this is biology. The topic that we are starting is called enzymes. So the first thing you need to know is the definition of an enzyme itself. You need to ask yourself, what is an enzyme? So before we go any further, we have to understand that enzymes, these are just biological catalysts. So we just call them what? Biological. So an enzyme is just a biological catalyst. So this is what you are supposed to know. So an enzyme is just a biological catalyst. So it's just defined as a biological catalyst. This is what you need to know and understand. But we know what a catalyst is from the knowledge that we've gathered in sciences and even in other subjects. I guess you know what a catalyst is. Whenever we are talking about a catalyst is just any substance. So we get to talk about any substance that will speed up. So in this case, it is speeding up. So that is going to speed up the rate of a chemical reaction. It's going to speed up the rate of a what? A rate of a chemical reaction. So the rate of a what? A chemical reaction. I'm going to say the rate of a chemical reaction without itself being changed. Without itself. So without itself being changed. So without itself being changed by the reaction. By the what? By the reaction. By the reaction. This is what you are supposed to know and understand. So I guess we are moving together. We are expanding this particular topic together. So when we are talking about an enzyme is just defined as a biological catalyst. So if a question comes in an exam, what is an enzyme? You just need to say that an enzyme is a biological catalyst. And you know that a catalyst is any substance that speeds up the rate of a chemical reaction without itself being changed by the reaction. And you also need to understand that enzyme catalyze chemical reaction in living organisms. So we are saying that enzyme will catalyze. So I'm saying that enzyme, so this is what I'm saying. Enzyme will catalyze. So will catalyze chemical what? Chemical reactions. It's going to catalyze chemical what? Chemical reactions in living organisms. In what? In living organisms. In living organisms. So this is what you need to know. This is something you need to understand. So in living organisms. So the enzymes, we've got those two types of enzymes. So to make you understand what I'm talking about, we've got two types of enzymes. We've got those enzymes that get to work from the outside of the cell and those that get to work from the inside of the cell. So they are what we call, you need to understand these two types. They are what we call have you seen from the word in? So have you seen this word in? Have you seen? So we've got the intracellular cells. So I'm going to say these intracellular cells. So intracellular enzymes. So they're what we call intracellular enzymes. So what are these enzymes? These are types of enzymes that get to work from the inside. These work from the inside of the what? Inside of the cell. Inside of the what? Inside of the cell. So if I tell you, what do we call the enzymes that get to work from the inside of a living cell? They are called what? Intracellular. But we also have what we get to call extra. Have you seen? They are what we call extra now. Extracellular. So extracellular enzymes. So this is what you need to understand. Enzymes. So these ones get to work from the what? These ones work from the outside. Work from the what? Work from the outside. From the outside. So I'll say outside. These ones will work from the what? Outside of the living cell. Outside of the what? Outside of the living cell. Outside of the living cell. So these are certain things that you need to understand. Two types of enzymes. So you need to understand the intracellular enzymes and the extracellular enzyme. So these ones, you need to understand them. Those that work from the outside and those that work from the inside. These are the enzymes that you need to know. So there is also a substance on which enzymes get to work on so that a product can be produced. You need to understand that thing or that substance where enzymes get to work on to produce a product. So since I'm also giving you some notes, I'm not only supposed to explain, I'm saying that, so this is what I'm saying, the substance, so I'm saying that the substance, this is what you need to understand, the substance on which, so the substance on which enzymes, so the substance on which enzymes act on to form what? To form products. So they are acting on so that they can form what? Form products is called what? Is called to form product is called, we get to call it a substrate. Have you seen? We get to call it a substrate. So this is what you need to know. This is a term that we get to call it substrates. So you need to understand it this way. So you need to make sure that you know all these things that I'm telling you. You need to understand all these things. You also need to know that the part where the enzymes or where the substrate